You must not know me. On my way to hell, and I don't even care. I just blow tricks now. You must not know me. Ain't never been good to anybody, man. I would step up to anybody. Don't talk to me like you anybody. Oh no.
Hey guys, Everything Technology here, and this right here is a JBL Pulse 3, the successor to the previous JBL Pulse 2 that I did a video on about a year ago that you guys really enjoyed. In fact, it almost has 100,000 views right now. But anyway, this is my review on the brand new JBL Pulse 3. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the very first noticeable difference between this and its previous predecessor is the design. So this speaker's biggest selling point is of course the LED lights. Now rather than having a speaker grill around the LED lights, it's now housed in a transparent plastic shell. I had very mixed opinions about this when I first saw it in pictures and stuff, but now that I have it in real life, I actually like it much better. Another noticeable difference in terms of design is the fact that it's not missing that color sensor that we had on the JBL Pulse 2. For example, if you scan the color, it adapts to that color on the LED lights. Well, you don't have that feature built into the JBL Pulse 3, but it's built into the app now. It's not a big deal to me because I didn't use that feature in the first place. And the last difference, I can't really say noticeable, is the fact that it's now IPX7 water and dust resistant rated, meaning you can now submerge this underwater, which is a great addition, and it's pretty surprising that JBL was able to pull that off, keeping in mind that you have all this hardware, the LED lights, and they're able to make everything waterproof. Thumbs up to JBL for that. Now that we've talked about some differences between the Pulse 3 and its previous predecessor, let's take a look around the speaker. So starting off with the back, the first thing we see is the power button. Then on top of that, you have some LED lights that alert you with the battery percentage. Then you have the Bluetooth button. Below that, you have the JBL Connect button, which basically allows you to pair this with other speakers, including the JBL Pulse 2. I mean, basically any speaker that JBL makes that has that feature. And a new addition with the speaker is the fact that you can pair up to 100 speakers. I mean, I don't know why you would own 100 JBL Pulse 3s or JBL speakers, but I mean, it's there if you need it. Below that, you have this brightness or this little sun button, and that basically allows you to choose between the different lighting modes. Now looking over to the other side, you have the volume as well as the pause and play controls. And as for the top and the bottom of the speaker, you have the traditional JBL passive radiators. With the new design of the speaker, I feel like it's a little bit less durable than its previous predecessor, and that's because it now has this transparent plastic covering the LEDs. I feel like if we were to drop this on concrete or any hard surface, you can possibly crack it or damage it or even scratch it up like crazy, so be careful with this one. The biggest selling point of the speaker, other than design, is of course the sound quality. I put this side by side with the JBL Pulse 2, and I have to say they sound pretty comparable, but one thing that I realized is that vocals sound a little bit more crispier on the speaker. And I'm gonna play a quick song for you guys, but keep in mind that this is not the most accurate representation because it's being played directly to my mic, which is right here, and it's also gonna be compressed on YouTube. It's just better to hear it for yourself. But anyway, let's just play a quick song.
All kind of reckless, the necklace. All kind of reckless, I flexed it. Keep the change, yeah, you heard me correctly. If she's sleek and foreign.
As I mentioned earlier, this is compatible with the JBL Connect app, and in it you can switch between the different lighting modes. So let's check that out real quick. Here, let's open it up on my iPhone. We're currently on the rainbow mode. We have fire, customize. Let's see this. This is probably new. I haven't seen this with the Pulse 2. That's cool. Then you have wave, jet, explosion. You have 8 different lighting modes, as you can see. Then you have pick a color. Let's test that out real quick. Here is the JBL box it came in, and let's see what we want to try it out with. We're going to try it with this yellow color here. And that is pretty accurate. I like this better than the color sensor that was on the JBL Pulse 2. And that brings me to the last thing I want to talk about, which is battery life. I'm sure you guys want to hear about that. So JBL claims you have a playback time of up to 12 hours, but from my testing, I was not able to use this for 12 hours straight. But for the past couple of days I've been using this, it still has battery life. In fact, it has 2 to 3 bars left on the little battery indicators on the back. So I'm sure this can possibly play music for 12 hours straight. I don't know who plays music for 12 hours straight unless like you're at a party or something. But anyway, battery life is good on this. And that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoyed. And if you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Also comment down below if you have any feedback. And check me out on my different social media sites. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at EdTech5. And scan my snap code if you like to see behind the scenes content. Let me know if you like to see more speaker reviews like this. See you guys in the next one. Bye.